Hi guys, we're out of the kitchen and we're crafting today. I'm going to show you how to make these paper hydrangeas. The first couple of times I did this, I thought, who would want to go to all this much trouble? But you know, after I got used to it, I did a couple of them, and it's not too bad. They come out pretty good. I've watched videos where people made them and then they actually set their homemade hydrangea down in a hydrangea bush with the real ones, and you couldn't tell the difference. Well, mine, you can tell the difference, but maybe you'll have better luck with it than I do. But let me show you how it's done. You're going to start out with 8 coffee filters. I'm having a hard time with the word coffee filter today, so bear with me. And I put some just the food coloring out of the little bottles. And I put some in a bowl. And take your coffee filters and put it down in your food coloring and get it good and wet, and you can leave it in for a while or you can pull it right out. It all depends on how saturated you want your color to be. And so you're just going to take it out and squeeze it. And then open it back up. And if you want to put it in a container that's big enough that you don't have to fold up your coffee filter, then you don't have to go to the trouble of getting them all straightened out. Now, the hydrangeas that you see out on the bushes, like this is a real hydrangeas. The hydrangeas are about at the end of their blooming. And so this was like the last one I found on the bush. But the little flower has little speckles on them. So they're not all the perfect color, and you can even get different colors on one bush. It depends on, I think it's on the lime that's in the ground that creates the different colors. And I took a different color of food coloring and put it in a spray bottle, and I'm just going to spray it a little bit to create, just to give it some little variation in color. And then you'll lay that out to dry. And these are some that I've already done. Now, and then you're going to take your paper towel, coffee filter, and you're going to fold it in half. And then you're going to fold it again, trying to get your edges straight. And then fold it again. A little point down there. And then fold it one more time. Till you have this. Now, on these, I used an ink pen, and I can still see some of the ink pen marks, so I suggest a pencil. And we're going to draw 4 circles, and I'll show you up close here in a second. And I can't draw a circle to save my soul, but that's okay. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be the same size. So, I've got 4 circles, and then you see the lines down here that creates a stem. Then we're going to cut around the pencil marks. Cutting in, you don't have to worry about staying on the pencil marks, As long as you get 4, some semblance of circle. And as I say, they don't have to be the same. They don't have to be perfectly round. You see that? Now, I'm going to fold this in the center. And I'm going to cut like a V to get a little hole in the center. See how we'll have a little hole there? Okay, so now I'm going to open it up, and this is one of the hardest parts, is trying to get these things open. Okay, and that's what we've got. And if some of these are not cut apart, just go in there and snip them. All right, so let me see how many I got. I may have to cut another couple. Okay, so here's 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. These not exactly the same. That's okay. 6. We're going to go for it anyway. And it looks like I need to cut out a couple more. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay. So I've got my 8. Now, you can glue them together if you want. I don't. I am going to cut a little hole or poke a hole through the center. And I have one of these sticks. Now, I've seen other things used. You can just use a regular stick. I've seen some of those foamy sticks used in different videos, but I'm going to take this wire and poke it up through. And then I'm going to twist it. I'm just going to pinch it down enough so that your flower doesn't come off there. That ought to be enough. And then I'm going to make Patricia cringe by using these to cut that little wire off. It's a thin wire, so you may want to have your wire snips around if you use a different kind of wire. Okay, now I'm going to flip this over. And I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it in like this and fold it and squeeze it. hold it. Just make me hold all of it. So you see how I've got it all squeezed down there at the bottom? I'm going to use my wire and wrap it around. And then I've got some of this crafting tape. And I'm gonna, now something that I forgot to do, which you don't have to do it, is put a little hot glue in here to help hold it together. I don't think I used any hot glue on these. If it's not perfect, don't worry about it. You're going to set these in a basket or something up on a shelf. I don't think anyone's going to see. Okay. It's not perfect. It's not what Mother Nature can do. And of course, all flowers have leaves. And so I took, this is a real leaf off a hydrangea bush, and I folded my coffee filter in half and laid my leaf down, and drew around my leaf. And you could probably freehand it just as well or better, and then cut it out. See how the leaf has the variegated edge there? So I'm gonna go back in and make some cuts. Now you can also fold it like this to make it look even more like a leaf. When you open it up, see how it has the veins? And then you're going to use some green food coloring to color that. And I have one right here. And I'm going to put that right in there. And I think I'm going to use two. And use my little floral tape and attach that. Gonna break, because my little basket here is thin. I'm gonna break that off, and I'm gonna stick it right in there. Now, of course, these are silk, and and they're really pretty. But if you mix your paper ones in with some silk ones, they don't look half bad. But anyway, thanks for joining me. And if you dare to try to make the hydrangeas, and it's not that hard, and it's something to fill an evening. But let us know how it comes out. And we'll talk to you later. Have a great rest of the week.